dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me.
Well, welcome in everybody as we get set to go for what we hope will be a series, and one that will be very interactive at that, as we are on F1 Manager 2022. We are going to have a couple of guys jumping in and out with us here, but right now in chat we have David Motispaw.
Good to be here, Frank. Excited to get this series going and maybe learn a little bit about F1 along the way.
Yep, absolutely. And Greg McConey's in here right now as well.
What's up?
And at some point we will have Zach Woods and Jonathan Leach will be here as well. But again, we do so many broadcasts for you guys that we wanted to do a series with you guys. We wanted to have you guys come in and be able to play a game with us. I know it's kind of hard to play like iRacing with us unless we do like a setup session, but we wanted to play something with you guys and be able to build something into what we hope will be a recurring series. So that is what we are trying to accomplish with this. We want you guys to be very active in the chat. We are going to take your suggestions, not just on the team that we are going to try to do this with, but also how we build as a team. And we have, we got 4 people watching right now, but you 4 plus however many people are here, we're all going to be race engineers. So we're all going to agree on a strategy that we're going to run for these races. We're all going to agree on times to pit, tires to get on, and as David mentioned, we'll help you learn about Formula One along the way. So, guys, at the moment, we have not picked our team yet. So, there are several different ways that we can do this, and remember, this is based off of Formula One from last season. So this season we're not paying attention to this season. There are effectively 3 tiers for the 10 teams. Red Bull, Ferrari, and Mercedes are really the top tier. These are the ones that are going to be battling for wins every single week. These are the ones that are going to be battling for the Constructors and the Drivers' Championship. In the middle tier, you have McLaren, Alpine, Toro Rosso, and really Alfa Romeo. These are the ones that it's not going to take you forever to get up and be a main big-time competitor. However, it will not also take much for you to completely screw your car and end up at the back of the grid either. The 3 teams that are screwed and will be fighting at the back of the grid are Alfa Romeo, Williams, and Haas. So, Alfa Romeo and Haas and Aston Martin are going to be like the 2 that's we are building from the ground up. We are in for the long haul. So it basically comes down to what kind of series do you want this to be? Do you guys want this to be a go for a championship right away, go for a championship somewhat quickly, but we have to work for it? Or do you guys want this to be a series where we have to grind for a championship?
I mean, my opinion, it's that question of easy, medium, or hard. What kind of difficulty do you want to play on? I'm a fan of the middle tier. McLaren is one that I would probably put my hat towards if you were asking.
Which I am asking you.
Oh, yeah, my vote's McLaren.
All right, so Greg has said McLaren. Dave?
I agree that middle of the road probably sounds like the best option for us. McLaren's not a bad team. Really don't have a set team in mind myself, but somewhere in the middle of the road I would be perfectly happy with. I think we could do some great things, and if we wanted to experiment a little bit, it kind of gives us that freedom to learn from our mistakes along the way, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I will say we're going to ixnay, so no Alfa Romeo, because I have, in the one that I was doing to get used to this game before we actually went and started streaming it, I chose Alfa Romeo, and I would much rather not duplicate it, mainly so I don't get the 2 saves mixed up. So we're looking at McLaren. Let's hear what Crofty has to say about McLaren here.
McLaren are a cornerstone of F1, having been part of the sport since 1966 and winning numerous drivers and constructors championships over the years. Last season they came a respectable 4th overall, with Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris securing the only 1-2 finish of the season. The talented driver pairing of Ricciardo and Norris returns from McLaren this season, and one thing is certain, they're not going to settle until they're reigning champions once more.
So the other thing, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, the other thing with McLaren is Lando Norris was known to be on iRacing for a while during COVID. So, if you want to kind of stick with the specialty of iRacing
Stick
that
with
we
the
have,
iRacing theme.
then we McLaren and Lando Norris.
Zach in chat, why don't you jump in here, bud? Zach has said Williams or nothing. So, do we...
Very
Well, Zach,
bold
until you get in
statement.
Discord with us.
Here is Williams.
Williams is a legendary name in F1, winning 9 Constructors' Championships in their heyday. The Williams family sold the team in 2020, and the 2021 season saw them fighting well from start to end. They finished 8th overall, thanks to some incredible performances by George Russell in his last year as a Williams driver. In 2022, Williams have Nicholas Latifi and new signing Alex Albon, returning to F1 after a year away to make up their driver team. The pressure is on for them to up their performance this season and push their way back towards those midfield places.
So with Williams, we will be starting out with the slowest car on the grid. Now, Alex Albon is a quote-unquote successful driver. He did have a time with the main Red Bull roster. However, our number 1 driver, Nicholas Latifi, who's on screen right now, is noted for finishing 21st in a 20-man championship. So, that is who we have to deal with when it comes to this.
I mean, I can agree there is something to be said of starting from the bottom and building a team all the way up. I guess it really just comes down to how much of a challenge we want.
Yeah, exactly. And I think we've agreed that the middle of the road. You know what I think? Greg, I know you said it as a joke earlier. But
We start from the bottom?
Well, no, let's look at Haas here.
Haas joined F1 back in 2016, and they've had a good start to their team career, peaking at 5th place in 2018. Last season, they finished 10th, but they spent a lot of time and focus on designing their car for 2022 and strategizing for the future. Going into the 2022 season, Haas hope to have a strong car design under their belts. Coupled with hungry drivers, an ambitious team, and strong leadership, they'll be pushing their performance and fighting their way back to the midfield.
I know
We all are American.
Yes, you did say Haas before as more of a joke, and now that Mazepin is not here, but chat wants us to go from the bottom all the way up. You guys kind of wanted to do the middle of the road thing. Haas is not as quick as Alfa Romeo, Alfa Tauri, Alpine, or McLaren, but they are faster than Williams and Aston Martin. This series, we want to give the people what they want to see, so Haas could be a compromise between the two. Is that fair?
I like it. I'm more than happy with that.
David?
I would say that is that's a fair compromise. We're still kind of in the middle of the road-ish range, and that's certainly what we're building to. So I think that's very fair.
Chat, is that fair? You guys want? I know you guys want us to start from the bottom. We here want to start in the middle. Haas is the middle ground between the two. Chat, is that fair? We're going to be doing this all series.
Zach Woods, we will riot. Okay, Chet has the power. And it's decided. Click the button. Click the button. We don't want to make chat angry.
Right. So, all right, we'll go with Haas. So we will be starting with Haas. Team principal, we'll just go with. Okay, wait, what? There we go. First time guidance disabled. Boy, did I make that mistake last time. All right, so I will do the first timer guidance since it'll go a hell of a lot quicker than what it did before. So This is our homepage. Mick Schumacher is our number 1 driver. Kevin Magnussen is our number 2 driver. Kevin Magnussen was not supposed to run in Formula One last season until about 2 weeks before the season started when they needed a driver. So Magnussen came in, he came back to Formula One, came back to drive for Haas. These are, again, it's our upcoming event calendar. This is our straight up calendar. We will have basically anything that comes up will be up here. Here is our race schedule. So we're going to try to do, we're definitely going to do the Bahrain Grand Prix at Sakir first, maybe, possibly, depending upon how well this is going. We will try to do the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Our cars for the season, this will be where we can put our parts on the car. More so, this is where we will design new parts. So what we would do is we could either manufacture more of the current parts, or we can design upgrades for the car as the season goes on, to try to make our Haas go a little bit quicker. Warehouse is just how many parts we have in stock. Here are our drivers. Mick Schumacher, our number 1. Kevin Magnussen, our number 2. Pietro Fittipaldi is our reserve driver. We can scout more drivers over the course of the season if there are some that we feel as though we want to hire. Staff, same deal. Gary Cannon, our race engineer, might already be on the chopping block at 70 overall, but anyway. Facilities, this is where we can upgrade our stuff. As you can see, we are on the bottom of everything pretty much. Staff, facilities, team hub. We do not have a team hub. We do not have a race simulator yet. Oh boy. Operations facilities. Now, the meme with this game, from everyone who I have seen play this game, the meme is to immediately max out the helipad. First, we would need to build a helipad. So it's going to cost.
Of course, you need the helipad to get to all these races, right? You got to show up in style.
Well, it's more for sponsors. But
I was going for the emergency chopper, or the emergency chopper to come in and kind of save us from time to time.
Yeah, that will most likely be needed. Oh, God. All right. Our inbox.
Frank, you sure you like this idea still?
Yes, I am. I do wish there were more people in here, but hey, we're working. So I guess right now we have... Oh, thank you, James. So James will be the first customer for the helipad. So we have $15.2 million in the bank right now. I guess the first real question would be, do we spend a lot of money on upgrades first to the car, or upgrades to our facilities?
I'll put my money towards the car.
Okay. So that would mean developing either a new... That would mean developing either a new chassis, front wing, rear wing, side pods, underfloor, or suspension. Sack of cheese.
Looks like chat is split, leaning towards the car or facilities.
To the chopper.
Yeah, that's... Okay, you know what? Fine. We will succumb to peer pressure. We'll do the meme. We're building a helipad.
Get to the chopper, Frank.
Yeah,
Get over there.
240K. the helipad, the reason why the helipad is one of the cheapest things. So we are gonna conform to peer pressure, and we are gonna build a helipad. So that'll be done in 5 days. So do we want to jump in here and try to upgrade some of this stuff now? Or do we want to take a look at doing some of the chassis?
The wind tunnel might not be a bad investment early on.
Wind tunnel,
Help us
okay.
develop some parts, some aerodynamics. I can agree with that.
Okay, so that is $10 million of our $15 million.
And
This would mean, I mean, this would pretty much run our budget for pre-race at least. I'm seeing chassis and underfloor in the chat as well.
oh God, John.
Hey, listen, this is what we wanted to do. We wanted to do.
So hear me out. I'm going to make the great argument here of, as a team, you know, we're sim racing media, right?
Exactly.
We don't have a race simulator. Like, how can we as a team feel good about not putting our drivers into a sim week by week?
We do not have a race simulator, and that would only cost us $1 million to get. Chat.
I mean, my vote's for the sim.
Chat. Do we get a sim? Yes or no? Yes on sim, no on sim. Greg, you as well. Of course, you're a part of the team.
I made my vote.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I see it in chat. Greg votes yes, sim. Do we agree on the yes sim, no sim? 100%. Okay, so that's all right. So we've got the majority vote. We've got the majority rule already. So $1 million. We now have a race. We now have a race simulator. Any other facilities that we would like to upgrade here really quick? Factory would be 7 mil. Wind tunnel we saw was 10. CFD is 10. Suspension is 7.5. Car part test center is 6.7. To get a team hub would only be 800 grand. That seems like a decent get. What do you guys think?
Sure.
I mean, it looks like it raises some morale in there, keep our drivers happy, so I'm down.
All right, so we will get that. Scouting department upgrade, $1 million. Now what this would do is we have 2 scouts, or pardon me, we only have 1 scout. So this would give us another scout to be able to help us scout a potential future driver or a race engineer to replace Gary. And thanks, James. Yes, it is free. So do we want to drop 1.3 on a scout?
What are we at? 13-1?
Yep, 13-1 we're at. So Greg says yes.
I think I could agree to having a scout on board. Would certainly help us future development-wise, especially in future seasons looking for a driver.
All right, so let's get the scouting department. So we're upgrading everything in our facilities. We did the meme for the helipad, so we've got that going. Let's now see about the car. So car analysis. We are I mean, we're mid-tier. So right now, we're the 15th quickest car. Our worst position is high speed. Thanks, Zach. We are going to get to a season 2. So we're very poor on high speed. So dirty air cornering and just cornering overall, this is not a good car. Top speed, iffy, but we got to do something to adjust the speed of our automobile here. So let's take a look. Car development. All right, so for that, it would be a new front wing. All right, so for a front wing, so now we have, okay, so the way F1 did their testing and their development allotment, the lower you finished on the grid in the team's championship, the more time you had in the wind tunnel. So with Alfa Romeo, we had 88 hours in the wind tunnel. For Haas, apparently, we have 92. So we can, actually 6.0. Oh, that was 8.8 hours for Alfa Romeo. So this is 6.9 hours. Everyone insert nice here. So we can split this up and either do it in half to where we have, 3.4, and do 2 parts and do 2 new parts, or we can split it up and do 3 parts at one time, but those 3 parts not be as good as if we did the 2. That's kind of what we're looking at here.
I am all for being bold, but I think that we would get much more value out of our investment in this time, just going for the 2 parts. Seeing that we are so far down the list, even that half and half, I think, is going to move us up quite a bit and get us to where we kind of want to be moving forward.
All right. Greg?
I agree. I like doing the 2 part.
All right, chat. 2 or 3 parts here. No, and that's what we're doing, James. We want it to be... We want you guys to feel, whoever's in chat right now, we want you guys to feel like executives with the team. We're all trying to converse, and we're trying to all pull on the same end here. We wanted to play a game with the chat instead of just presenting a game to the chat with this. So let's all right, so we've agreed that we've done the 2. So now the wind tunnel hours, so we'll split this in half as well. Get the most out of it. So 46 hours in the wind tunnel, 3.5 hours there. All right, so let's jump on here. We're going to yank this all the way up to get the biggest performance boost that we possibly can. As you do, we'll put this, we will send 5 of our engineers on it, half and half. We'll go rushed. Get these a little bit quicker. So this will be a $1.6 million part, well, $1.7 million investment here to the car. So that is going strong now. Okay, so we have addressed, not enough, but we have addressed the high-speed cornering issue. Next up would be, I would have to say, the acceleration, which that would mean a new rear wing. Or actually, do we think we should do chassis, underfloor, or suspension? Do you think we should probably go for? The suspension and chassis both, suspension does brake cooling, chassis does engine cooling. Both of them do the top speed and acceleration, which is what we're trying to do here. Rear wing gives us more top speed and acceleration, but it also helps with that DRS slot to help us in a straight line. And then the underfloor helps us with cornering also. So you're doubling down on what the front wing is doing.
I'd say rear wing DRS.
Rear wing.
I think I 100% have to agree. You know, brake cooling is nice, but we can always tell our drivers to lay off those brakes if we need to.
That we definitely can. All right, so we'll jump on the rear wing. We will maximize everything else out there. Finish that off. Zip, 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 zip. So there you see where our emphasis is going to put us on the grid. So we will definitely be making a big old jump. Put 5 on that. Same cost for the parts. And now that we've done all the boring management stuff, it is time to start working towards getting onto the track. Okay. Okay, development team, sponsor obligations, and then... All right, do we throw a party? We have to throw a party, right? For 10K. It's an expensive,
Absolutely.
That's an expensive
10K. We've already spent way more
We started this
for
off
that.
we spent more on the helipad.
We get to have a party centered around the helipad, right?
Listen,
you know, just kick it off the season the right way.
Guys, we're throwing a celebration. Look at our brand.
Speaking of the helipad, we are ready to go with said helipad.
Is that where the party's being hosted?
Helipad is completed. It can't be the full meme if we don't just go for the helipad again, right?
We got the money. Let's do it.
It's
Yeah,
like
might as well.
We're just going to straight meme it now. Our helipad is going to beat Ferrari's helipad before our car does.
Our helipad's going to be hella good.
It's all about those sponsorships, right? You know, you got to entice the sponsors to get a better car.
Speaking of sponsors, there's our race simulator going in. Sponsored by whoever wants to give us money. Good morning, Mr. Sim Racing, by the way. We were very clever with that. The tests are done. We've got the race simulator in now. We are 2 days away. Helipad equals show of strength. Yes, it does. All right, so we are ready to go. Ready to go racing here. Well, ready to go to the race weekend. So now this is where we can help put money in the bank, or we can shoot ourselves in the foot quite significantly. So our main target is to reach Q2. However, we can add more to that, more guarantees, and if we make it, we get more money. If we don't, we lose it. So we can say, if I wanted to say a qualifying position, I can edit this and say that both of our cars will start in 14th. If they do, then we get that. If they don't, if one does or if neither one of them do, we get this. We lose that. So do we want to guarantee a qualifying position?
I say we just go see what happens.
Okay, so that's
this first one and go from there.
All right, so that's a no. David?
Risk versus reward, right? You know, we spent a lot of money up front trying to upgrade our facilities, our car. I think we got to lay back just a little bit here, just in case, you know, see what the car does first time around. Maybe next race we can go for something bold.
Okay, so finishing position, same deal. Do we want to add a target finishing position?
Trying to remember. There's what, 30 cars in the field?
20.
20. I'd say if we did 2 in the top 16.
2 in the top 16. Oh, we actually can't do that. So it'd be 2 in the top 15 is what we would have to go for there.
If
I
we
think
did, but
the
that's
top
also
15 is doable.
yeah.
All right, so we will confirm that. And then qualifying, finishing position streak. All right, so for this one's going to go for multiple races. So we could say we're going to have a streak of one driver finishing 14th position over the next 3 races. We can move these around. So if we want to say one driver finishing 14th over the next 5, we get that. 2 drivers, that doubles. In chat there, James is saying we shouldn't piss off our sponsors by I think by over-promising. I don't believe that's a bad idea, especially with how we don't know how the car is going to handle on track.
I think I can agree with Chad on this one. Hold back for now on a streak.
Okay.
See how we finish here.
All right, so we will hold back on that. So we've got the finishing position guarantee. 2 cars in the top 15. So now off to Sakir we go. Crofty will do his little intro here.
Welcome to the archipelago of Formula One. Bahrain might have a small land footprint, but it's showing its big spirit right now in the grandstands. Either way, it's time for another fantastic weekend of Grand Prix racing. The Bahrain International Circuit is a challenging track, and the cars routinely have to brake from high gear to low to take the narrow turns. With the need for downhill braking, the risk of locking up is one drivers will need to manage. It's all about focus and balance to get victory here. At this early stage in the season, there are still plenty of opportunities for things to change. In this sport, there simply are no guarantees. Let's get this underway.
All right, so we are now into the practice sessions. So what we're going to do here is Greg and Dave and chat as well. You guys are going to control Kevin Magnussen. I will take Mick. So what I would typically do for this first stage in practice, so soft tires, grippiest, but also wear faster. Mediums, medium grip, medium length. Hards, least amount of grip, but will last the longest. Typically what I would do is I would put the hards on for this first practice set. Car setup, changing, so we're going to be constantly fiddling around with this, trying to get the car set up in perfectly. And then the run plan. So what I would do is I would do 25 laps on the hard tire just to see how long I can get those to last. And then it would be fiddling around with the setup. So you're going to try to, at least early here, you're going to try to fiddle around with the setup. So this is a high-speed track. You do need some cornering ability here. However, it's not the end of the world. This is Formula One, and the way Formula One usually works is it's going to be a constant trade-off. So you're going to be a little bit slower in the corners to get that top speed, and this track has a lot of long straightaways. So this is what I'll do for Mick right here. I will start off here with Mick. Now you guys, whatever you guys want me to do for K-Mag, just let me know. Floor is yours.
Now, question, does this still take into account that if you use a set of tires in practice, you do not have that set of tires for the race?
Yes.
Good to know. And
These locked ones right here, these 3 are reserved for the race. So you can't use these tires. You want to try to use the least amount of soft tires as you possibly can to get through practice, so you have more for qualifying. Especially if you think you're going to go deep into qualifying, which I don't think we will.
And I missed it. Just for a quick update on the weather, we were looking clear all 3 days, right?
Yes, we're in the middle of the Middle East, so yeah, there's no rain going to be anticipated here.
I am down to go with a very similar setup to what you ran. I think hard tires is the way to go. Like you said, kind of see how rough the track is on the tire sets.
In chat, session 1 is all about track knowledge, log laps, and tune the car more in the sessions forward. So that would mean, so Dave, you were saying hard tire. Greg, good with hard tire?
Yep, 100%.
Okay. All right, so we'll do you guys want to just copy my run plan, at least for right now?
Sounds good to me.
yeah, I guess do we know the length that a hard tire will last yet?
Not yet. No, that's why we're running.
Okay.
It'll definitely last 25 laps.
Yeah, no, I know that. I'm more interested in trying to think once we start doing everything, once we get into the actual race, we're only left with one hard set.
Yeah.
So I'd almost say we have the most soft tires. If we're only considering really going into Q2, do we want to...
We have 3 practice sessions, so we're definitely going to be using those soft tires.
All right. Yeah, then we'll run a hard set now, I guess.
Okay. So now, the setup here. So again, this is a high-speed track. High speed, you're going to need some downforce, but its speed is mostly what counts here. So, I guess we'll just play around here and see what we're looking for. So I guess, would you guys want me to just slide it into the middle? Or try to get it as close to the middle as I can here on all of these?
So my big thing, especially at a track like this where you're going for high speed, I want cornering to be pretty good, but I'm really looking for that straightaway speed. So I would say try to maximize straights, and cornering is kind of like my second priority there.
Okay, so there's... Well, going this way, by the way, max is max straight line speed, lower the front, lower the rear wing angle. Anti-roll distribution, that's mostly going to move your traction, is what it's going to do mostly. Front wing is going to do the oversteer, and the tire camber and toe is going to do braking and cornering. So like here, highlighting over these, it's showing you what it's going to move. So like this front wing adjustment will have an effect on all of this. So let's go this way here with this. So pretty much in the middle with everything right now as it stands. So we're good with this?
Looks like a good run to me.
Okay. Chat, you good with your car here, at least early on? There's going to be a lot of changing that's going to be going on here. So let's jump out onto the racetrack. Now, these practice sessions are going to go quick since nothing's really...
Radio is good.
these, by the way, are all the real voices of all of these people. So these are not voice actors. These are audio clips that were taken for this. Practice is going to go by quick because there's no like real race and car management that's going to be going on here. You're just kind of going out and letting the car run. So let's.
I say we get our guy out pretty early. Let him get used to an open track.
So there's Mick rolling out. Now K-Mag's rolling out. 5 camera options. We have the television camera option. We have the T-cam, off the back, off the shoulder, and then nose cam is what we have. We can also double this speed here.
Man, we are hauling.
Yeah, at double speed. So this is...
we did say high speed, right?
Absolutely. So now you guys are kind of getting a look at the track layout here, seeing what's needed. And the drivers will tell you once they get enough knowledge of the setup and once they get enough knowledge of the car, they'll start to give you feedback as to where they're liking the setup or not. So we have this 3D one, and if I move this to 4X or above, or I could just click this right here, we have a 2D vision. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to move this sim into hyperspeed to get these 25 laps done with as quickly as possible. Because we are 3 seconds off the pace. Now, granted, we're on the hard tire. Wait, where the hell? There it is. Okay, so we're on the hard tire. All those times were done on softs.
Okay, I don't feel as bad.
I actually feel pretty good about that. I mean, the hard tire, you see a couple guys running medium. I think once we switch over in one of these other sessions to a softer tire, we're going to kind of find that speed.
Now, to any Formula One fan out there that's watching this, will know that we have a major problem because we are slower than Nicholas Latifi. So that's a problem.
But we're beating Albon.
Yes, we are. Not by much, though.
But we're beating Albon.
We are. So you're seeing this 3 of 5 here, 4 of 5 now. That is their setup knowledge. Once they get to a point with the setup that they like or dislike.
We've just had a car run wide.
All right, setup confidence for Magnussen. All right, so you guys are at 64% on your setup. Let's see where I'm at. These setups are not universal, by the way. Each driver has his own particular driving style, has his own particular feel with the car.
Anything we can help you with?
All right, so
Car filled. Quite good. Yep, understood, Mick.
okay, so you guys, your setup's a little bit better than mine right now.
Okay.
And Magnussen, as you can see here, the 2 white dots right here, Magnussen has caught up pretty much the full length of this straightaway on Mick in the 15 laps that we've done on this set of tires.
Yeah, the other thing we got to remember too, Magnus is having a little more tire wear than Mick does.
Yep, there it is.
Yep.
So there's your...
All contributor to the setup, though, because we were very aggressive in trying to get that straight line speed.
Well, yeah.
So you got that. Also, through here, you can click Don't Fight with Teammate, hold the car back. You can also see their session time, deltas to who's in front and behind, their telemetry. There's a lot of stuff you can look at and watch. Here we can call him in early. Car condition we can see. We can tell them if they're having a suspension issue, we could tell them to avoid the curbs. We could tell them to drive in clean air, trying to cool the engine down, or honestly, drive in clean air also helps when you're trying to pass somebody too. And then we have all of this, their pace. We can pump up their pace. We can drop it down. We can pump up their... Yeah, we can pump up their fuel consumption and their ERS, their electronic recovery system. We can also tell them what to do as far as that's concerned.
Zach in the chat saying you want to crank up some aggression for mock qualifying runs.
Yes, we will do those. Typically in F1, those will be done in the second practice session, especially here because this is a night race. So this first practice session during the day is not going to necessarily be indicative of how the car is going to run at night. Just about done with this run here. 23, we got one more lap on this run. They're done now. Okay, both Mick and Magnussen are in. So now...
Oh, we've had a spin!
We are going to fix our car here. So we only have about a couple minutes left in the session. So what I'm going to do is I am going to jump on the softs for Mick, knowing that we're going to have a little bit of a shorter run here, so may as well use the softs there. This is the driver's feedback and responses. Now, he's not always going to tell you. He'll tell you by your adjustments which way you need to go. So if it's great, you're very close, but you're not there yet. Bad, you're going to need to take a big swing. Good can go either way. As you can see here by the straights down here, it's not always going to be in the middle of this little thing. You have to lean it towards the racetrack. So I am going to move the balance up. Let me give him a little bit less downforce there. Let's go that way for that. Let's try that. Now there will be times where you're going to have to just completely recenter everything and try to build the setup from scratch again. Fortunately, as you can see, it doesn't take too long. So guys, what is the plan for K-Mag here?
I like going for that soft tire, kind of get him out there, get him comfortable, see what we can do speed-wise.
Okay. This will be a shorter run too, so we'll drop him down there. Car setup. Okay, so he was not a fan of the balance of the car, so that would be changing this. Taking a big swing on this.
Okay.
So let's move that down, I guess. So that's our big swing going the other way, which honestly means I think I made Mick's situation here worse. Magnussen does like the front wing, rear wing as well. He does like, and then the braking and cornering we need to work on a little bit. So which way do you guys want me to move what?
Braking and cornering are hand in hand, right? They both move kind of the same direction with those adjustments?
No, they will go opposite. This one will move more the braking stability, the toe. The camber is going to move the cornering more. It'll move the braking stability, but it'll move the cornering more.
Because we were so middle of the road on cornering, I say we adjust up a little bit on cornering. Brake stability, it looks like we have some room to drop back. So maybe just right about there, honestly, I think looks pretty good from what I'm seeing.
Okay. Greg, front arrow. He looked great, so probably want to move it a little bit closer to there. But as you see it, you also just moved everything else down here.
Yeah, I would. I might leave that front where it's at.
Okay.
Fairly happy with it.
All right. So
let's see what the other changes make.
Put that on. We'll zoom time forward so they can get the new adjustments in. And this is the part that I stake at because I just try to get them onto the track to put the most laps down as possible. Let's try to find some clear space for our boys here. And right about now...
Send them
Go,
out.
go,
Yep,
go.
Yep, go.
There they go. And Magnussen got out ahead of Gasly, so that's good for him.
Yep.
So let's run down these last couple of laps. We won't know what they think of the setup just yet. We'll figure that out in the second session. Magnussen up to P11, Mick to P14. Magnussen to P7. So you guys are clearly showing you have the faster driver.
Well, we just know what he likes, Frank. And obviously, your guy's holding us up because otherwise we'd
Yep, he is.
probably
So,
running faster.
So that means that Magnussen in qualifying, Magnussen is going to have priority, so he's going to have to get out first.
Yes.
So quali is P1 is over. Off to the garage go the boys. Max Verstappen, fastest of all in the first practice session. We were only a second off on soft tires, so that's really not bad.
No, and we knew those guys all did those times on short tires.
Mick, 2.5 off. So there, our track acclimatization, that's actually quite good for the first qualifying session. Part knowledge is learning the car. Setup confidence will get a better performance boost when they actually know what the setup confidence is. So right now what I would do, what I'm going to do with Mick here, I am going to put the mediums on for 20 laps and leave the setup. Actually, I'm not going to leave the setup. I'm going to bring the balance back. That did exactly what I thought it was going to do. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, let's try that. All right, so now Mick is ready to go. Guys, what would you like to do? Zach is saying
Zach
don't.
from the chat
Zach
saying
is
don't
saying,
change.
yeah, don't change the setup. Log laps.
How confident, is there any adjustments we need to make, I guess is kind of the bigger question that I have, just based on the short time he had out there.
Not really. He's
I'd
happy with
hang
the
with
speed.
I say hang with it. How much use did we have wear-wise on these soft tires already?
Can't use the softs anymore. Can't use that compound. You can't use that soft anymore.
Oh, can't use that. Got it.
Throw him on a medium. I think the medium's kind of the good happy way to go for now. Just make sure he's still happy with that setup on a different tire.
The other thing to remember is if we do make Q2, whatever tire we take out in Q2 is what we start on.
Yep. So I personally, my opinion, I want to save those softs as much as I can now, knowing that he's happy with the setup and that short run that he did. We know that he's about a second off. If we start making adjustments on one of the harder tires, it should transfer over to the soft just fine.
All right, so I'm also seeing in chat, make him run more aggressive to see if he can contend. Log laps, get that track confidence up on mediums on a long run. So you guys both are content on mediums. It looks like chat wants mediums as well. Run plan, do you want to stick with the 15 or do you want to go equal to my 20?
I say we bump it. If we're running mediums, I'd say we run in the 20 to 25 range. Really run this tire out and see what it's going to do.
I was thinking about even going long and going all the way to 30. I know that's really pushing it, but 25 is fair compromise.
So the 20 there, this hard tire that's the hardest compound of tire. It's the one that's going to wear the least on a 25-lap run.
It was down to 42, I know.
Was down to 42. You don't want to get under 30% because that's when you could really start to see performance dips. So really you only have 12% left on that tire. Think of it that way. Think of 30 as 0.
You got to go bold or go home, but I will accept the 25, you know.
So you guys want to do 25 on the mediums then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you guys are sticking out 5 more laps. All right, go to practice 2. And I am going, well, we will send...
Radio check, Kevin.
Radio is
Zach
good.
also mentioning, you know, that was our setup during the day, so we are going to
Yep.
have to make some changes as it gets colder out. Yep.
Exactly right. So, up there, I'm I'm conflicted because I've grown so attached to Alfa Romeo on the last one. So on the other one. So
Let's get our boy out there.
all right.
Get out clean. If we're running a long set, might as well get whatever we can in
Goes
a
K-Mag.
clean environment.
Keg mag is off.
And we don't need our
Out.
teammate holding us up anymore. I mean,
That's why I was waiting. That's why I was waiting on you guys, honestly.
we can't.
No,
we're good.
You're good.
You're in
Mick-
traffic.
Yeah, I'm in traffic. You're still free. And you beat Russell out too, so you're still good there too. Let's see, your setup is going to come in any second now. Mine is going to take a little while. Magnussen just locked up. Little flat spot on the tire, nothing too
And that's the lockup.
dramatic. Let's see what
Let's
he did.
take a closer look. All eyes on Kevin Magnussen here.
Now, Crofty
That
gets a
lockup
little
could have
bit...
cost them dearly.
Wow, insightful replay that was.
Yeah.
Crofty does get a little bit dramatic when it comes to those replays, so sometimes things aren't as bad as they seem.
Kev, how's the balance?
Setup confidence, great, 86%.
Yeah, understood, Kev.
So you guys
Good.
you guys now have little tweaks to make. I still need to know whether or not I need to tweak or make a big swing.
What tires is everybody on with those lap times?
Soft. Leclerc's on
Leclerc is
hards.
the only hard.
But then again, Leclerc, that Ferrari in this game is a
Quick.
beast, so
No, I still feel good with how far are we off Ocon?
you guys are
Only 2/10s.
well less than
Sounds
2
like a
tenths.
spin.
That's fine. I'm good being there.
Okay. So P13. So you guys will have made it into Q2.
That sounds like
I
someone's gone
won't have
wide
yet.
there.
Well, we got to get that fixed because we said finishing position.
Oh, whoops.
Yep.
Oh, 83. Okay, so I'm not too far off of you
Man.
guys. And look at the gap that you guys have put on me on that track map, by the way. 13, that's
Yeah.
you. 17 is me.
Yeah.
Need some big swings, you know. We went bold off the start.
Yep, absolutely. So Mick is in. So now I am going to go and kind of do the same thing I did in the last one. Not that. Here we go. Car setup. All right. So Mick, I think he wants a little bit more. Let's try that with Mick here. All right, so now you guys have another 4 more laps to go on your run. You're highlighted here, so you can see where K-Mag is on track.
Oh, there's a spin!
All right, so I'm going to send Mick out behind Leclerc here. There goes Mick is out. And now K-Mag is on his way in.
We've
All
just
right.
had a spin.
So now, once again, we're kind of left in the same situation as the end of FP1. So, do you want to use that second set of mediums, or do you want... Oh boy, that medium set went to 33%.
Yep.
Yeah.
I say we go with a soft but a short run 10 lap,
Yeah.
10 lap? Okay.
and then we check out and see what the setup needs.
All right, so 10 lap. But that was good, because now you guys just found out what the limit of the medium tire is, about 25 laps. So that was very valuable information for me to steal. I mean, work with. So now
That's what teams are for, right?
exactly. All right, so traction is good. You can go either way. My thought would be to go more this way with it. And whatever you do here might help go guide in the right direction where you want to be here. So that would be my suggestion. But again, you guys go where you want to go.
I am all down for your best guess, because traction kind of sitting in the middle, so got to pick a direction and hope we're going the right way.
So we'll go with that.
Looks good to me.
Yep.
All right, here we go. All right, so you guys are going out. Fixing up your...
Oh, we missed the... Oh, we still got to
Yeah,
reconfigure. Okay.
Still reconfiguring your car.
Send them now. Just
All right,
go.
so
Don't
Zach
need
is
to
one.
reconfigure.
So Zach is wanting to do a mock qualifying run here.
I'd agree with that.
So how do you want to play
That is
this?
aggression, yep.
Do you want to send him out for a lap or two and then have him blitz a qualifying lap? Or do
Yes,
you want him
warm up
okay.
the tires and
All right, so
Yeah.
let's actually get him out behind Lewis here. And ahead of Mick. Hopefully ahead of Mick. Definitely ahead of
We're
Mick.
good.
Okay. So what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to turn the tires up to aggressive, I'm going to turn the fuel up to full, and I'm going to have deploy on here.
sounds good.
So
Okay.
you
See what
tell
she'll
me
do.
you tell me what you want here, when you want to go.
I say we go this next lap and do that.
Okay. Just went up to P6.
Yeah.
And I would start putting those changes in and get them going.
Well, we're going to get a lot of toe
Yeah.
off of Latifi and Hamilton.
But
That's a
Lat-
tough one to...
You just saw how much you caught up to Latifi right now. So
Yeah.
if Latifi wasn't there, then I would have sent it that lap. But okay, so now, all right, so
right,
we'll
now
go
we're
this
clear.
lap now.
Yeah.
This lap will send you guys go. All right, here we go. All right, let me do that. Slow him down a little bit so I can get these done. Boom, up, and then...
Kev, if you've got some margin,
Full
try
deploy.
to increase the pace a little bit.
All right, so
Copy.
Magnussen is on a mock qualifying run.
Wow, we caught Hamilton fast.
Well, he's just rolling.
I know.
Fastest
He
of all
won,
by
look at
over
that.
a
He
second.
won.
So there you go. There's your mock qualifying run. By 1.3 seconds, by the way.
That's as fast as Xfinity. Oh, wait, wrong league.
Oh, can we? Yeah, let's actually. So there is K-Mag there. Mick is done. Mick finished in 13th. So you guys have the bragging rights, at least for right now. You guys, the first fastest qualifying attempt. So good job, Greg. David and chat. All right, so next segment, so the next practice segment here. There you go, boys. Take a picture. That's the last time you're ever going to see Haas up at the top of the pylon.
Hey, not with us in charge.
At least for a while. No grid penalties, so everything is good. So at least we're bracketing this page here. I'm down here. You guys are up there. I didn't do a mock quali run.
We return for the next day of our highly anticipated race weekend, which sees the end of practice and the start of qualifying. Ahead of the race tomorrow, the teams will be putting their practice data to use and making sure that their drivers have the very best chance of setting a lap time that will edge out the competition in qualifying. Drivers may know a track inside and out, but unless they have the setup to complement their ability, their efforts may be for nothing.
It was the
There's not much
helipad.
left to say, so let's
Our
get
level
into it.
our level 2 helipad got us 1.3 seconds faster than Ferrari and Red Bull. 1000% agree. All right, so here we go. Final practice session. I am going to use this set of mediums. My run plan, I'm going to go 15 laps, but I am going to push him on the tires at least. Yep, there it was. I'm going to push him on the tires.
How many laps?
How many laps what?
Is the race?
Let me see.
Because that's in my head. That's already where my head's going for strategy.
2 sets of softs that we already kind of burned on, and
yeah, we burned through 2 sets of soft. But what I'm thinking is, how do we play? Do we play the hard and 2 medium set, or are we playing like a medium to soft sets?
so I'm looking at chat right now, kind of agreeing with Zach. We either go with a medium or hard set, just kind of out there tweaking our setup, let the driver be, set him to conservative, and just let him get his confidence in the track itself.
The race. Why is this so hard to find? The race. Why can I not find how many laps the race is? I know this is really entertaining stuff right here. I know. Oh, for goodness sake. Anyone who wants to know, someone could do a Google search. How do we bump up the part confidence? That is just track time and knowledge of the car. So it's not going to come immediately. So you guys, what did you guys come to terms on?
I say that we go with a hard set of tires just in case we need to use mediums. Cannot. Okay.
So
Guess we're going with the mediums.
Your only other... So again, you're going to have 1 set of softs, 1 set of mediums, and 1 set of hards saved away for the race. So you can't use these 3 sets. So you'll have 1 of each for the race no matter what. It's whether or not you want to use... If you want to have extra ones for the race is kind of where you're at right now. So mediums, and then how long?
Open to suggestions. I would say no more than 20 on this set, knowing that we found the limit at 25.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, period.
All right. So that'll be our way to go here. Well, Mick didn't like the weight adjustment, so that's got to go back the other way. He did like that, though. It's not working for me. It's a little bit too pitchy for me. Might want to see how much we can get out of the softs. Honestly, you can go longer on the tires if the aggression is down to easy. So those are a couple of other things that you guys can look at there. So you want to go with the mediums? So typically, okay. So how the race is going to work is, for the most part, the AI is going to stick to standard aggression. You can push it up to aggressive. Attack just melts the tires, period. Light, you're going to be slower as far as your lap times go, and then conserve, you're really only going to use until, like, when a safety car comes out. So that's another thing you guys can play with. Again, fuel mode is more fuel going through the engine, making the top speed go faster. Saving fuel, top speed gets slower. The ERS strategy management. Deploy. The driver will use deploy as he sees fit. You're only allowed so much deploy and so much saving in one lap. And I'll show you those bars when we get back onto the track. Defend, he will use deploy more when he's being attacked from behind. Overtake, he will use deploy more when he's going for an overtake. Harvest, you use less deploy, but you save up more. See what our optimum looks like to see if we want to sprint strategy or not. So that was one of the comments in chat. So do you guys want to stick with how it is now, or do you want to change it in a certain way?
I'm pretty happy with staying kind of on the standard and the medium tires, like standard aggression medium tires. But certainly open to ideas if Greg has any, or chat.
No, nothing really for me right now.
Okay. Everything, you guys looking okay right now in chat as far as your car is concerned? Anything you guys would like to see us work on?
Did he have adjustments from the last session?
We'll take a look and see that. He has not yet.
No? Okay.
Is there any advantage to saving a set of mediums? Bahrain is usually a two-stop race, so you can go...
Soft is what I was thinking.
Well, that's why I was asking what the race distance is. If we know the limit of that tire is 25,
I think
57
it's like
laps.
57, okay. So
we could go medium, soft, or a soft, medium. If we're considering this as a or it's a one stop and we go a hard medium. If we're banking that hard, we push that hard to like lap 31 and then jump on and go 26 laps on the medium. Potentially it could be a one stop.
And just to put it out there, just so we know that our mediums are at 25 if we have standard aggression, but it is going to make us slower. The harder the compound, the slower the driver kind of has to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but at the same time, we also would be...
We can cut out a stop, yes.
We could cut out a stop, and we can also back their aggression off. Well, we can be a little more aggressive for about 2 laps and then back off. And if we're going to do that, I would say we'd be more aggressive on the hard tire. Because we have a little bit more stability.
And in the chat, yes, the track is more abrasive since it's out in the middle of the desert. So a lot of sand blows on the racetrack, which will grind the tires away. So yes, you would want the harder tire.
But if soft tire, it's soft tire for Q1.
I'll tell you
Pretty much everybody's
what
gonna do.
I'll tell you what my strategy is going to be. I am tossed up between starting on the softs, going to the hard, and then using the mediums at the end. Or if I'm going to start on the mediums, run the hards in the middle, and then finish on the softs.
I was thinking we wanted to finish on softs to try to get as much as possible towards the end.
No, but that's just my strategy, so that's...
Did we find the limit on the soft tire?
That was 50 on a 15-lap run. Oh, no, that was a 15-lap run, so probably 20-ish?
20 to 22.
Mm-hmm.
Which would not make it that much better than the...
So, I mean, it's really coming down to, do you guys want to run mediums or soft right now?
I'm good with it the way it is on mediums. I say we
All right.
Okay.
Figure
Yeah,
out
we have a
what's
set of
happening.
mediums, so we're still good.
Okay, so we're going to mediums. Let's get onto the racetrack here.
Radio check.
When do you guys want to go out? Because that controls me, honestly.
I'm good. Let's go.
Yep, send it.
Be one of the first ones off to see what happens.
K-Mag
We're
out.
planning to qualify up in the front anyway, so we might as
There
well
it is.
practice with nobody ahead of us.
Oh,
Love the thought process.
all right. We missed on the. All right, we missed on the chat here. I do have to do that. I do have to be better at that. Chat was saying softs for Magnussen.
Wow.
That was a miss up on my part.
Well, we're in
So-
traffic anyway, so
Yeah, we are going to run softs on the next stint, so that will definitely be a thing that we do. We are going to run the softs in this segment or in this practice session.
Chat looking at soft, medium, soft for race strategy. I can
Could
get
do
with it.
that
Balance.
too.
do that.
Okay, you've made your setup worse,
copy
so I
that.
think that the traction thing that I made going towards max on traction with Mick that he didn't like, I think that's what Magnussen doesn't like on his. You can call him in now if you want and switch to those hards.
How many laps have we been?
You're at 81% on the mediums. You've been out for 7
Yellow.
laps.
Copy.
Oh, tough call. Call him in now, and he's only getting about half a run. Oh, man.
This is not like iRacing. I believe you can use these older tires during the race. So if you want to save the rest of this tire, that's up to you.
Yeah, just in case. Call him in. We'll make some adjustments.
So Magnussen's coming in now. All right, so you guys have K-Mag in. All right, chat wanted
Definitely
soft,
wanna
so we're
see-
gonna go. So we're gonna go to
Yep.
softs here.
And then
Car setup,
see what
yep.
adjustment he wants.
That's exactly what I thought it was. So let's go back the other way.
Down the other way.
He was
Braking stability, he was happier near the top, so drop him.
no. The green is where he was happier. So this is
Okay.
the 2 triangles. The 2 triangles is where he was. The green is where he was happiest.
Oh, okay.
So right now I got by moving this twice back towards this way
Mhm.
and moving the toe around a little bit, I got you back on optimal here. I got you back on great here. Got you back on optimal here, and you're still on optimal on the straights.
I like it. I think we should try it out and see what he thinks.
Okay, Greg. Well, now it's all right. So I'll wait for chat this time. We'll have chat do this one since I biffed the start of the session. Chat, do you guys want a 15 or a 20 lap run here on these softs? So like I said, I know I biffed it with the start of this session with what tire to run. So do you guys want 15 or 20 laps on this set of softs?
And we're thinking that 20 is going to be towards that limit of our softs, right?
Yes. Yeah, 20 is going to be
Alright.
longer on the soft tire.
Seeing 20 lower on pace, 20 and test their limits.
So that
I'm down with 20, but lower on pace, or keeping it at the standard.
Okay, so then we'll do... All right, so do you guys want to compromise? We'll do the first bit on lower pace, and then the second half of the run on more pace? Or on the
Sounds
standard
good to me.
pace, and then... Does that sound good, chat? First half of the run we'll do on kind of the conserve pace, not the slowest one, but the one before it. And then after 10 laps, we'll hit the standard. I'm not going to lie, I'm having a lot of fun with this.
It is a good time. Didn't
It's
think that we would get P1 that quickly, even for a practice session, but
All right, so chat's...
it's like chat is in agreement.
Yep, chat's happy. Okay, so we'll do that. Mick is somewhere. There's Mick right there.
I think someone's run wide.
Reconfiguring. It always takes so long to reconfigure.
Yeah.
Kind of eyeing that gap in front of Hamilton if we can.
Let's see here. Oh, there's... Yep, right here.
Yep.
Bang him out. All right, so he is out. We're going to move him to light. Let him run. Keep an eye on the lap counter here. Once that hits 18...
Oh, did someone run wide there?
Oh wait, Mick is in.
Schumacher's
Oh, that's right. I
out.
did 15. I did 15 laps. That was what it was. Great, great. All right, I'm going to leave that. Let's do 15 laps here. Car setup there is fine. We'll do 15 laps like that. Bing, bom, boom. We'll send... I'll wait another lap. Whatever, that's fine. Get him out behind Sainz. There we go. Almost.
How is the balance? How's the balance?
Woo!
Oh, no, no. That feels really good.
95% on the set. Let's go.
That is some confidence right there.
All right, and then give it a lap. Give it another lap or two, and then we'll jump K-Mag back up. And I think... Oh, I forgot to put Mick down again. I think what I'm going to do is Mick is going to be done after this run.
That sounds fair. Don't want to burn too much tire. I think we've learned quite a bit as long as we don't need to make adjustments.
All right, so now K-Mag is back down to standard for the second half of his run. Lap time should go up here. Yep. Not quite faster than Sonoda, but he's close. All of this fun, and we still haven't even hit the race yet.
We're close. We're getting there.
I know Greg said he wanted to go to bed. I don't know if he's still here or not. Oh, he is here.
Kev, how's the balance?
Chat, your car, 91%. 91% on the setup for your car, chat. You want aggressive fuel? Push him. Let's go.
Chat, do we want to run one more set and try to get above 91% for our confidence, or are we happy with 91?
That's a good one. Ask your team what they want to do.
Locked up.
Great. Thanks, Mick.
Yeah, okay.
Make me look stupid. Thanks, Mick. Make me look
Big
stupid.
lock up there.
K-Mag thinking you guys are done now. K-Mag's tires are dying. He's locking up now, making mistakes. That was his in-lap anyway, so now that's it.
All right. Looks like Chad is just interested to see how quali goes. I agree.
Yeah. He won't get out much after the reconfigure, so yeah. So K-Mag will be done.
Make a slight adjustment here, I think, and see what we can do for quali.
It's still that traction. He wants to come down this way with the traction, I'm sure.
Yep.
Problem is that I honestly would leave it. 91's about as good as you're going to get, I think. Because in order to move this there, you're going to have to mess with all of this.
Yep.
And he's liking all of that, so go with that. So K-Mag is done. Mick's headed to the garage now, so we are done practicing. Those 20 laps on softs, those were... You got to think that those 20 laps on those softs, that was running on conservative for the first half of the run.
Yep.
And you guys were down inside the 20s. You guys were down below 30% tire life. So that's I wouldn't push that, if I'm honest.
Yeah, maybe even run a few laps less, because there at the end he was sliding right as he was coming in, so...
Yeah, after you get down below 30, that's when the tire life really starts to go away. All right, so finally I'm a little bit quicker in a practice session. That's nice. And there you
That's
see.
not right. There's got to be an error with the program.
So track acclimatization, you're up at 100%. Setup confidence, everything is good. You've almost maxed out the we've both almost maxed out the performance bonuses, with just one off. So now qualifying is pretty straightforward. Soft tires away. So now what you would typically want to do here is you want to get out early.
Yep, send him right away.
Set a banker.
Go, go, go.
Yep, he's going. Mick's rolling too. Block off Ricardo. Get out in front of Ricardo, please. Thank you very much.
Give him, again, I personally think lap or two, warm the tires up, and then...
Well, no, it's only going to be one lap. So they're on automatic. I'm leaving the game to do what it's going to do, because I tried manual once, and it did not go well for me. So K-Mag,
P3.
second off right now. He's gonna go tumbling down that board. Don't you worry. So now, here is your choice. So for me, I'm going to take a new set of tires and roll. You guys, chat, help them. You guys can either run on that set of tires to save an extra set of softs, or you can run a new set of softs. Remember, this is your lap to go into Q2.
I'd say new softs.
I'm kind of liking leaving him on this set, and if we could change his aggression at all.
No, it would be his aggression would be maxed out.
What does he need a setup adjustment? Can we
I'm
setup
seeing
adjust or
new
no?
set from the chat.
No, setup. You can only change the front wing now. Everything is locked. New set.
New set from chat, so it looks like I'm outvoted here.
So again, yep, new set. Got to get there. Chat, I'm going to be honest with you. You made the right call. Especially with a fringe team like this. You made the right call. So now we want to wait as long as possible to send them out.
I think there's been a lockup.
I'd say get out after Alonso.
Well, no, we got to wait here.
We want to wait and see what times get posted.
We want to be the last one to cross the line here. Yeah, we still have 8 minutes. Right now, you guys, your car is running in 6th. Mine is 10th. Time still to come in. You still have a Ferrari to deal with. There's still a Red Bull to deal with. If you don't qualify a 15th or higher, you're eliminated. You guys are in the safe zone right now. I am not.
We got 5 minutes left.
So there's going to be a mad rush of cars coming out of pit road here in a minute. Yep, here they go.
Go.
Well, you want to be at the tail end of this line here. So
after
now we go.
Get out, don't lose them, yeah.
All right, so here we go. Last ditch efforts, boys. Get into the race. You guys are 10th right now, so you guys are safe. I am not. I need this lap. I need this lap badly, actually. Oh, you guys want to
be a little too far.
Let's jump on. Let's jump on board here with Magnussen for this lap.
We're gonna get no toe ahead of us.
Oh no, the toe is.
That was not a good apex, Mag.
The lines that the AI take are a little janky in this game. But
yeah.
Quick. All right, so Albon and Joe have crossed. And don't worry, during the race, we'll be in this camera. We'll be in the on-track, the 3D camera during the race. Things move too fast during the race for it to be sped up more than 4 times. Down to 11th. See where these guys are at here, actually. Mick is on 2 personal best laps. Mick just needs a 10th. Come on, Mick. You're the son of an icon. Come on, let's go. You guys are in. Mick, where are you, my guy?
Does he make it? Ah!
By 7 1,000ths of a second, you little
Frank.
All right.
That's rough.
So
now
you guys,
the question comes: what do we want to start the race on?
Well, no, it's Q2
We're
now.
in Q2.
So now you guys have the option of, again, you're going to do 2 laps. You have a banker, and then you have your main lap. What I would do in this situation, I would set the banker on an old set and then go for the glory on the new set to try to get into Q3. That's what I would try to do.
Sounds like a perfect plan to me.
Does that sound good for you guys as well in chat? Well, Mick wasn't good enough at this point. Mick is good enough to be the reserve driver for Mercedes, so let's calm down here. On the Mick's not any good.
Say.
Does Mercedes have a nice helipad?
There we go. There we go.
Mercedes have a nice
Oh.
helipad. There it is.
You know there's.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm seeing in chat now. So that's what you're doing. Old set on the banker, new set.
Ready to check, Kevin.
Radio is good.
All right, so now anytime you want to go.
I say go with the tail of this end since we are on older tires.
All right, out you go. We spun here, boys. We spun. K-Mag has spun.
That's a spin!
Well.
Let's see what happened there. All eyes on Kevin
Thanks,
Magnussen
Crofty.
here.
Magnus.
And yes, that's where they
That
spin
wasn't a
out.
bad
What a-
spin.
Well, Mick wasn't good at this point. Magnussen
Grip hack.
immediately spins on a warm-up lap.
Grip hacks engaged. That's why we didn't slide.
He was just warming the tires up.
it's
You gotta
flattening them,
heat the
too.
rears, buddy. Hey, heat the rears. It's okay.
You didn't know you set fast Formula One laps on squares, not round circles. And because you set your lap on squares, 1.8 seconds back.
Sounds like we've had a spin.
More
However-
Still
aerodynamic.
not the slowest. You're
However,
by far not the slowest.
you guys are
Put the
still
new ones on.
in.
We're going for it.
You're
doing this.
still in.
Chat, we have a chance. We have a chance.
Even though you squared off your tire, did we find the golden strat? Square
With the helipad.
square off the tires, and you will be a god. Is that? Did we just find the golden strat?
All right, ready.
Wait till the very end here, I think, is kind
Not
of
that
the best
far
strat.
off, though. I'd start. Still have a shot off at Gasly.
I'm going to talk smack because Mick's not in the session, so don't worry about that. This is the speed we're going to be watching the race at, by the way.
Oh God!
Hey, we said high speed. Let's get it.
Exactly. Wait, why do we have a grid penalty? Wait,
No.
we have a...
Because we changed tires?
No, I think it's because of the spin. Oh, wait. Oh, no, we don't. That's a glitch, then.
No, come on, Magnussen.
All right, we got
I
to
think
gain...
it
We got to gain half a second here, guys.
might have been a warning that we weren't about to make the qualifying. I don't know.
We got to gain like 0.6 of a second here. And K-Mac, he made it to Q3!
What
A
a
little
show!
hot good. Oh boy,
Kevin Magnussen made it to Q3.
that's like what, the third time in Haas history?
Okay. Okay.
Now, if only Mick was good enough to do that, maybe we need a new driver.
Okay.
That's right, chat. We made it. We made it.
All right, let's calm down here. Okay,
I-
so Zach's never made it to Q3. Zach, congratulations.
Never made it to Q3.
Okay, so here's the deal. Okay. So here's the deal. With the time that you guys set in Q3, you guys made it in by the skin of your ass.
Still made it.
I'm
Old
not,
tires.
I'm not saying this to be a jerk. What I'm saying is you guys are lucky to be where you are. So,
How many brand new softs do we have? Because I know the
You have-
strategy call earlier was.
We have
2.
Ew.
Yep. So I say we save those because I know the strategy earlier
Yeah.
was soft, medium, soft.
There it is. Put him on wets. There it is. So here's what you can do. You can either do what you did in the last session, set the banker on the old set, and then go out on a new set. Go out on a new set right at the very end with no banker. Or you could just not participate in Q3 at all and save the tires totally.
Chat, I'm all down for the saving the tire strategy.
I was going to say, or we just go out old set.
You can do that. You do have the 87 and you have the 88. So
no,
you could
can't
do
we just
that.
can we just stay on one set?
You could
burn up the 87. We're locked into 10.
If we're burning down a set, what's that middle that's just slightly lower than both of them? 70 something?
That's the one that
he squared off, right?
Yes, that's the one that
it paid off before. It paid off before.
I know where you're going.
Squared off tires, and then we go to the 88s.
Do we find
calling it now?
Do it. It's
so I'm
decided.
seeing. Okay. So I'm seeing in chat. Save the tires. I'm seeing use the old set. I'm seeing use your second best old set.
Squared off tires first.
So you want to
square it off and then the 87s.
Square it off and then the 87s. Chad, are we okay with that? So So we're starting with the 74s here. So we're starting with the square tires. We're starting with the Omega Strat, and then we're going to the 87s. Are we good with that? I'm seeing a yes there. I don't know how long the YouTube delay is, so that's kind of what's. It feels like it's an hour and a half. All right, so I'm seeing. Yes, let's square off another set. All right, so we're starting. So we're starting with the bricks.
Straight out, right away. Got to be out in front of everybody with those square tires.
Go,
all right, so
go.
Straight away. So we're cleaning the track off here for this session with the bricks.
With a brick. Worst case, start 10. That's okay.
And that's why I was saying you could just not run.
Who's running wide there?
If we have a set that we're never going to use again, might as well just.
And hey, that's fair. So now, if you guys want to start anywhere that is not, so now we're going to go to the 87s, which are right here. So we're going to those.
Hold on. Are there tire punctures?
Yes, you can puncture tires, yes. All right, so now.
We still have a set of hearts, so yeah, who cares? Burn the 87s, who cares?
So now, we need to not gain 6/10. We need to set 8/10 to try to move up on older tires. So once again, we're going to go out at the back end of the queue.
Square tire gang for the win.
Yep, exactly right. All right, so behind Gasly here.
It's so tricky that they still have all the other cars on there still.
All right, so here we go. Let's.
Can't test him running aggressive, chat, but we can certainly play with that at the beginning of the race.
All right, he's up on the first sector.
Come on, Magnussen.
Just one position. That's all we're looking
One
for.
spot, that's all we want.
Sector 2 is at the end of this straightaway here. Well, pardon me, it's up in the middle here. Checker flag is over. Here we go. Up in the second.
Come on, buddy.
That's personal best, by the way, not overall. last one to cross the line. Let's see. Charles Leclerc gets pole. We are 10th, but a respectable 10th. And we didn't waste any new tires. We had some fun in Q3, and we didn't waste any tires.
We showed up. We had some fun. Now we get to go see what happens.
However, I have a couple more tires than you because I decided that I wanted to save mine and not run
Race
at all.
day has arrived.
No, you just couldn't. You didn't want to follow the square tires.
Come on, we're a team. Can't we share tires?
No, unfortunately, that's FIA rules.
Well, the FIA needs to
The
solve
weather is
that.
very overcast here, and teams are staring at the sky, watching for the first sign of rain. Strategies might have to be quite flexible
be no rain.
going into today's race.
Okay. I was just
But
about
which
to ask.
team has
We
perfected
were told
the
no
strategy
rain.
that will see them prevail today? Here at the
It rains
Bahrain
maybe
Grand
twice a year
Prix.
in that country, I promise.
It's like Southern California. Never.
No, we've gotten a lot of rain this year.
According, who is that? The Mamas and Papas? It never rains in Southern California.
They lied. Okay. So, let's play with my strategies here. So this...
That's not what she said.
There it is. Yeah, honestly, I'm starting further back, so I think for me to start, let me start on the wets, see how far that gets us.
There she goes.
No. All right, so I'm going to come in. I'm going to do, I think this is the strat I'm going to pull here. So I am going to go...
Total of 57 laps, if that helps you with your lap count there.
57 laps right there. So I am going to go medium hard and then end on soft, but where it's going to be an aggressive soft stint so I can use up all the softs and have a little bit of extra speed. That will be my strategy 1. My strategy 2, I'm going to go
Hold my tongue, hold my tongue, hold the tongue.
Shut up. I'm going to go soft. Hard. Basically flip what I just did. So this way I get a fast middle stint, extend them even a little bit further, and still have tire life left over. Any open spots in the Vast League? I'm not sure, bud. I'm sure John's in here, Angel's in here, James is in here. I'm sure they can direct you as to who you can talk to for that. And then for this last segment here, I am going to go soft, medium, soft. Or actually, I may go soft, soft, medium. We'll go soft, soft, medium there. All right, so those are my 3 strategies. I'm going to start with my strategy A here, which is what I'm going to do. Now, you guys are a little bit further up the grid. Thanks to the FIA rules, you do not have to start on the same set of tires that you qualified on anymore. So you can start on whatever you want to start on. Your option.
Chat called it earlier.
Huh?
Soft, medium, soft, I think is the strategy, and I want to use new set all 3.
So soft, medium, soft. That's your A strat. Your B strat, just in case that doesn't work out for you, we can change this, just like I was doing there. Now, I put the mediums on to last longer. You guys are going to be going for points. So soft tire would, in my honest opinion, soft tire would be the tire to start on. So you can go. You could do the inverse of what I'm doing. You could do the soft, medium, soft, which is what you guys have here for your option A. Put hards in the middle. Soft, medium, medium. You don't have that extra set of mediums. You only have one full set of mediums.
So I am seeing as an alternate strat a soft and then a hard.
Yep, this one here.
Which wouldn't be a bad. But
Or-
run the hards all the way to the end is what he's saying in chat.
They're not gonna make it. So you see here, like this line here, that's the 30% line.
Okay. Yep.
So they're not going to make it all the way to the end. They're not even going to make it all the way to the end if you take them down to 0. And it's going to add
All right.
5 minutes to your race.
Only other option then, chat, that I could see potential would be going to a
Could a
medium start and then
Yeah,
a
medium
hard
hard.
tire, and maybe we could make it to the end, but we'd have to look at it.
That was my other
so
thought.
let me see option C there. So option C for you guys want medium, hard. So medium going as long as it can, 24. Then the hard, that will not take you to the end. Over the 30%
like-
at least. Over the 30%, it won't take you there. It'll add only 37 seconds to your race as compared to 5.5 minutes.
I'd say we then focus soft, medium,
Soft, medium.
and make that strategy 3.
Soft, medium. So that would put you guys in there. So that's there. So that's soft, medium. Yes, at this point, you guys would lose. You guys would pretty much, with the position that you guys are in, starting on softs is your best option.
Yeah.
The advantage of the medium hard that we were looking at was to cut an entire stop out of the race, but we won't be able to make it. So I think our best strategy is strategy A.
Okay.
Not opposed to strat B. If we do strat B, I would like to see aggression towards the end there. That's something we can look at as we get towards the end of the race.
Yeah, we'll be flickering around and moving with that as it goes on. So, are we good with our strategy A for you guys?
I'm good with A. My choices are A and C. Or what is the added time?
So this
strategy B is plus 16 seconds.
Yeah, that makes the
Strategy
race 16
C
seconds
is-
longer. This is pretty much the same strategy, so
equal.
it's going to be the same time.
Yeah, I mean those are my votes.
I'm
Cat
seeing
saying going for strat A.
Okay, I'm seeing strat A. So we could do strat A, and during the race we can jump to different strategies. So we can do that. So I've got a medium, hard, soft. You guys are going soft, medium, soft for this race.
Seeing start and adjust. So
Yep,
I think we're in the right spot.
All right, so there we go.
It's a cloudy night tonight, but otherwise the weather looks good for the race.
Oh, does it now?
There we see Kevin Magnussen. With a top 10 position on the grid, this race could really go either way for them. And it's Schumacher as the second driver today.
In the wrong
They'll be
car
starting
number.
the race from the bottom half
Good
of
job.
the grid, so there's a fair bit of ground to make up. And we're just moments away now. And this is it, the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Here we go.
It's lights out, and away we go.
K-Mag is in front, so he's going to have priority. Down into T1, he's looking good. Mick, please live. Mick, please live. Mick, please live. Oh, no, don't
Looks
you
like
dare.
Aston Martin have just gained a
Don't
race
you
position.
dare get behind
Push
that,
even more.
that Aston, please.
Copy.
Stay in front of the Aston. That's not staying in front of the Aston, Mick. Come on.
What happened to priority of Kevin?
Hey, listen.
We got back
I
off.
do need to worry about my car. You guys are fine. You guys have a half a second behind. All right, so off and rolling we go. So we want to try to stay within 1 second of the car ahead for the DRS. That way we can get pulled along here a little bit. Not have to use up our stuff as much. Right now K-Mag is in it, so is Mick. Tire strategy for everyone else. Wow, I'm the only one on mediums to start the race, so that's good. Nothing quite like getting outnumbered early. Which would explain greatly why I am so slow.
Does look like we're kind of holding our own right now in 10th. So
This is kind of, you're looking good right now. We're both looking really, really good. If I see Mick start to tail off a little bit, I'm going to have to go back to him. You guys are fine. DRS enabled this lap. So now the wing, now the wing is going to come into effect. Perfect time here. Gasly, well, was outside of a second. So if we can get, yes, we do have the freshest tires. This is a new set of softs that these guys that we're running right now. Because of your guys' decision in qualifying, you guys are running on a fresh set of softs right now.
Good job, chat.
Meanwhile, everybody else, as you can see, look at how much fresher our tires are. So now this is where the option game comes in. Oh, you're going to get, do we get Gasly here? Not quite yet. All right, so this is where the option game comes in. We can either push a little bit more on this set and come in for hards, or we can stick with this strategy, which means we're going to have the faster tire, but we're not going to be able to push as much. This is where I need your guys'
I'm
input.
personally going for track position early, but let's take a look and see what chat wants.
So what we can do now, what I'm going to do for you guys now is I am going to put you guys up into aggressive here, push, and then overtake so you can get around Gasly. Push you guys for a lap to see if you can catch back up to Russell. So right now, here you go around Gasly. Yep, just saw it there. James saying push, he's slowing us up. So now we're pushing. Watch for this to come within under a second here. Somebody spun in sector 2. Oh, well, that works. Fernando Alonso in front of us just spun, I think.
Let's have a look.
Here we go.
Now watch this. Here's Alonso's
Yep, Alonso
car.
was in that group in front.
They've locked up. They won't have been happy about that.
So there's a free spot.
And the team had such high hopes today.
Free spot there for both of us. And you go.
Right.
You were just
Push
there.
and different strat is what I'm seeing.
Push here, make quick work, then go different strat. So that would be the hard strat.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Vettel just passed me back, I guess. All right, so we're not quite out of the DRS train. You guys are running out of fuel here. Oh, you guys are going to be short on fuel here.
Yeah, we need to start backing off then.
Still have the tire advantage, though.
That's fine. I'd rather back off and save a little fuel.
You guys up. There you go.
It's
You're
gonna be
within a
close.
second now. Well, we're within a second. Didn't quite get the DRS just yet there. Oh, whoops. Click there.
Haas with an overtake.
Hey, Mick got him. So there's the tire scenario. Still a good...
Seeing chat take time to back off.
All right, time to back off.
Yeah, I would. We need to make sure we've got enough fuel.
Well, no, the fuel I already backed off of that. It was the tires
Oh,
for the back off.
Gotcha.
Just trying to get you guys within a second, which you guys are so close to get into the DRS train with the Mercs. But you're not there yet. I'm going to push Mick a little bit here. Yes, I am paying attention to Mick. See, and because we didn't get you guys into the because we didn't get you guys into the DRS train, now Gasly's coming back on us. And we've lost about a full second. Your tire wear right now is looking on par for the original strat that we have. Most of the drivers in front here are going to go onto the hard. Zach saying to push again.
Zach saying push again. I'm down for it.
What lap are you planning to pit? Lap 18, I believe?
Our strat was 18, 19, somewhere in there.
18. Pit lap is
Yep,
18.
so I say we push out the rest of it here.
Alpha Tower, he gained a place.
Okay, well now this might help here. This might help because now if Gasly's a little bit quicker than us, he can pull us up to that train. Or we could just try to pass him back, either one.
I'm thinking let's see where we get within a lap or two here. If Gasly does seem to be making good time on the group in front of us, we overtake at lap.
He's losing time.
Chat, I'm saying send it.
Do it.
There he goes. Well, he sent it anyway. Didn't have to do it. Oh, maybe not. He backed out of it. Here's your tire wear. Again, still on par, still on time for the strategy. And sent it. So there he goes. So he went around.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
So now again, here, chat, we can push, come in on 16, possibly 17. We can push hard now and then go hard. I'm seeing Zach say go on the hard strat, so that would be a switch to option B, to plan B. Or we can kind of mellow out and chill here and stay on the main strat.
I say we chill, knowing that the front's probably going to go to a hard set.
Yeah.
We get a couple extra laps in. We go on mediums, which are going to be a little bit quicker than the front group. And then we go back to softs again, which is probably what they're going to do.
And just try and short pit or try and undercut that last segment.
Yeah,
I agree.
let me pause this here. So the AI because of the tire strategy that they had at the start, are most likely going to do the inverse of my strategy. So they're on softs now. They're most likely going to go to hards and then finish out on mediums. We can catch them up a little bit in both stints if you go on if we stay the course and stay on this strategy. We'll be a tire strategy quicker than them, a tire compound quicker than them on each pit stop. I'm seeing we're already overperforming. No need to push harder than we have to.
Seeing like the mediums.
Just don't have the
We
speed,
just don't
chill
have the
and be
speed.
happy. Our main fight, our main concern right now isn't necessarily catching up to the leaders. The main concern right now is trying to keep Gasly, Ocon, Zhou, and Lando Norris at bay.
That's why I'm still a fan of the primary.
All right,
I
so,
like the primary strategy.
all right, so chat, type in either A or B to tell us what strategy. So A is stay the course, stay on strat A, or B, go to the hards in the middle stint and then the mediums, and then the softs at the end. 1 for mediums. Medium tire advantage will help a lot.
And my thought is, especially if we don't have the speed, the raw speed, we might as well try and do it with tire and pit strategy.
All right,
100%.
all right, so option A. Option A is the one we're going on. So we're staying the course here. So our fight is now right where we're at. Our fight is with the drivers around us.
Haas with an overtake there.
A, but if it fails, I want to party on the helipad. There you go. So party on the helipad will be.
And A, if it works, we're still gonna party on the helipad.
100%.
You guys want me to bump your fuel up or ERS up to try to get outside of a second of Gasly, or do you guys want me to just leave you guys?
How close are we on
Haas
fuel?
with an overtake.
You're 0.1 kilo up.
I'd hold on fuel. We can push tires. I think we're still okay there.
Chad, you guys want to push the tires a little bit or push the battery to try to get away from Gasly? The battery will help a lot. If we put him on deploy, the battery will help a lot.
Oh yeah, let's deploy them. We've hardly used any. Absolutely.
Wait on chat here. This is the delay that is YouTube.
We're
Cat's
certainly
all down
beating
for
them.
the party.
I think we have the speed to pull away from Gasly. It's not much more that we really need.
Zach saying push the battery,
Yeah,
push the
push the
battery.
battery.
Yep.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
All right, here we go. So the next lap, we're going to deploy, and then I'm going to have him go onto aggressive tire just for one
Is
lap to
that
try
a
to get
new
out
race
of
position
the
for Haas?
just to have him try to get out of the DRS range. So then we can calm down with Magnussen a little bit more, and I can finally focus on Mick.
Nickelodeon?
And try to get him away from Seb.
No? All right, that joke went.
No,
went awry.
I got you. I heard it. Oh, the fuel's looking good too. All right, so we're going to go full push here. Well, not full push, but we're going.
Push for a lap. Yeah.
We're getting away from Gasly here. Okay.
Or not.
There we go. Just 0.8 of a second. He's outside of it now. Battery sucking wind. You're 1.5 seconds ahead now. Try to build up as much as you can.
Yeah, finish off this lap. Because that battery recharges so much here, especially in that intersection.
All right, so in that lap alone, we put 2 seconds.
And we
on
made
Gasly.
up a full second ahead.
Yes.
Verstappen is in, and he's on the hards, just as I thought.
Oh,
Okay, so I am going to now focus on my driver for a while. You guys have had your fun. I am now going to try to get Mick away
Aston Martin with a great play
Finally.
there. They've moved up a place.
from Vettel.
We don't have to tell Magnussen when to come in, correct? That's automatic.
I'll get an alert window when that time
Okay.
comes up. All right, we gotta focus on Mick here a little bit. All right, let's push with Mick. His tires are doing good. Let's push him off fuel. We'll basically do the same thing that we just did with you guys here. Try to get him past and up and away.
Bunch of leaders just hit by the
and
looks of it.
Yep, and there goes Seb too. So Valtteri's in, Russell's in, Norris, Ocon, Gasly, Vettel, all in.
Ferrari still
What are we
down.
on 17 or on
16?
16?
16, yep.
No, I'd stay out. You still have the tire advantage. No, most of them are going to hards. I'd run it to 17, 18 like we planned.
I say the strategy works if we just stick with it.
Yep, I'm with you. Trust the process.
Absolutely. Checo is in. So Mick is
Currently.
in a decent little spot. You guys are in 5th. Verstappen's behind. We're not going to worry about him.
We're
He's
in
not our
4th.
race.
We're in P4, buddy.
I know.
I locked up.
Oh, Mick, come on.
Understood.
They've locked up and gone straight on.
Mick,
Why
do you
isn't he
care to
rolling?
drive anytime soon?
Why isn't he rolling?
Here's the replay. Right, watch this.
Damn it,
There's
Mick.
Schumacher, and they've gone wide.
No damage.
Way wide.
It won't fire.
Mick.
Is that a full? Just a sector? He's rolling.
Okay, so Mick is done with now. All right, here we go.
Nick is getting traded.
No, Mick is not getting traded. We're going to...
We're going
I'm
to the
telling you
media.
guys, you guys are going to make fun of Mick, and we will make him a world champion before your guys, before Magnussen. So don't worry about that. Mick will be a world champion.
Box.
Oh, the
Get box.
confidence.
That'll be problems.
It
If
may
he
not
keeps
look
driving
like
like that, there's no way he's going to ever change.
it may not look like it right now, but Mick will be a world champion.
Saying memorial party for Frank on the helipad.
While him and Mick are sitting out on the curb, we're going to enjoy our helipad.
Not giving up on the son of a legend. I'm not going to be weak-willed like Ferrari.
Maybe Ferrari knew something you didn't, bud.
Shut up. All right, here we go. Pit stop time for K-Mag.
In we come, right about on that 30% mark for the tires.
Perfect stint.
That's a position gained for Alpha Tauri.
All right, and we came out
A P8.
in a battle with Zhou Guanyu. And
Ooh,
Zhou Guanyu is on the hard, so we don't have to push necessarily too hard to get away from him.
I'd push it a lap. Well, our ERS is still low,
Still recovering.
but I wouldn't mind getting away from.
All right, so let's wait and see what the let's wait and see if he can get away from him on his own.
Looks like he is gaining some time.
But the other thing to remember too is Perez. I think Perez and the two Ferraris are on me.
We'll take a look. We'll look and see that in a second here. Focus on whether or not K-Mag can get away from Zhou on his own right now. Zhou is on the slower tire, but he also has the grippier tire, the tire that's going to last longer. Defensive line.
Yeah, we're going to have to do something to get away from him. He's keeping up.
Yeah, no, we can push the tire as hard as we want. We don't have to wait for it to warm up or anything like that. Normally, it's the quality of the driver that will determine whether or not they slip off or if they lose time. All right, so we're pushing now with K-Mag to get him away from Zhou. Losing time here, but that's to be expected with the DRS. Where you're going to gain the time is right in here. This area of the track right here. That's where you'll gain the time. You're outside of a second. But he had DRS there, so let's go deploy here on this last little bit for you guys. All right, he's out of the DRS range now. Put back to neutral, put back to standard, and now he is rolling. All right, Mick.
Got to keep our eye on.
All right, Mick is in now. Going to hards. Box this lap.
We'll box now.
Full attack and push if you can handle it without killing yourself.
No more lift and coast.
And with this, by the way, with that push lap, we've
We have
caught up
caught
to
up.
George Russell. So now, the smart thing here would be to stay on Russell. Hold on, let me go to Mick here for the pit stop.
I definitely think we stay on Russ. That gap in front of him is pretty far.
All right. It's not bottle mix pit stop here. No, good stop. Decent stop at least. Now we're fighting in 19th. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Oh. I guess we passed Russell.
As he overtook Russell on his own.
Pass with an
Okay.
overtake there.
So I have a feeling Russell's going to get back at us here. Yep, here he goes. Okay. My suggestion would be here, put Magnussen on conserve tire, or on light tire, I should say. to make sure he stays behind Russell, saves the tires, and maybe ensures that you guys can either push more at the end of this stint, or we can extend this stint to give you guys more life on the softs so you can push harder on the softs at the end.
If we go to light, will it back off on fuel as well?
No. That will not back off on fuel, but it will save you tire life. We can use Russell to try to extend this stint, or we can push harder at the end.
Because the other thought might be, as well, while we're doing this and riding behind Russell, save whatever fuel we can.
Yeah,
so that way we've got extra to push at the end.
We go light here. Is there anything we can do to save a little bit of the DRS for the end as well?
You'll be saving fuel. So what I can do is I could put it into light. You're saving fuel already as you go in balance, so you are saving fuel.
Okay.
I can put you in harvest here, which will recharge your ERS, and it won't deploy as much, but you're going to run the risk of
losing Russ.
Yes.
I'd say stay neutral for now on ERS.
Okay.
And then do what we wanted to do to save a little bit of fuel on the pace and such.
Push hard at the end. Just make sure you stay in DRS. That is the ultimate goal here, because if we swap positions here with Russell, if we just go back and forth swapping positions, it's gonna
hurt us both.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt both of us. So if we just stay behind him and don't try to overtake him, but do just enough to stay in the DRS, that means we can definitely have a race with him at the end. That would also require the AI for Kevin Magnussen to not attempt to overtake the AI of George Russell, which he is doing a very poor job of. Let's put fuel down to conserve. See how this goes. We don't want him overtaking. And unfortunately,
doesn't work.
Huh?
Go to the harvest on the DRS.
Yeah, exactly.
If he's still trying it.
Fortunately, I should say unfortunately. Unfortunately, I cannot tell him to not overtake the car ahead. What I can tell him to do is don't fight the teammate and hold the cars behind back, but I can't tell him don't overtake somebody else.
Not that it really matters, but if we put the don't hold cars back or whatever that other option is he gonna try to stay behind just because there is a large gap?
Well, I don't think we want to do that, but the other thing to keep an eye, we are good on fuel now.
Yeah.
We're plus 0.4.
Oh yeah, we're
so
great
let's put the fuel balance back up, and we'll try to harvest your battery here.
Because you also have to remember, the more we burn that ERS, it does burn a little bit extra fuel. Not much, but a little bit.
This is what I was going to show you. This blue line here is the deploy. So you're only allowed this much deploy per G-bus. You're only allowed this much deploy per lap. However, you're only so we've capped out how much we can conserve on this lap already. So to harvest isn't necessarily to try to save more. It's not to try to get more, it's to use less over the course of a lap. If he's slowing us down, we need to push up. Here's the problem with pushing up, though. This is a Haas. This is a Haas. That's a Mercedes. We're not going to get far, so we're just going to end up squabbling and swapping positions back and forth. We're pulling away from Zhou. We're almost in a full conserve mode. We're pulling away from Zhou. Russell is just straight up losing time, and if we're not with him, we're going to lose even more. So what we're doing right now is really, this is the God tier strat. Hello, Denny's. How are you doing? You remember how the Haas was at the beginning of last season?
We shouldn't even be thinking about a top 10 if we're talking Haas from last season.
It should be down here in the 14-15 range. Actually, that is where...
Overtake is available if you need it.
There we go. So now we'll put him back to neutral. We'll try to save a little bit more fuel.
Copy.
On your end. It scored points, but not at a consistent basis. Like Magnussen would be the only one, and then he'd finish like 12th and 13th. Dennis, I'm quite the F1 manager expert. Well, that's good because it's you guys versus me, effectively. I'm taking over Mick Schumacher, who unfortunately I cannot keep from locking up and losing all of the time I tried to gain him. And you guys are controlling Kevin Magnussen. So as far as Magnussen is concerned, you guys are completely and totally in control of him. I'm taking advice to do to him here.
Yes, we are 1-0. We are currently beating on Frank.
Yes,
well, it's not over.
You guys
get too
can
cocky. Don't get too cocky yet.
I think the fuel you guys have saved is sufficient enough, honestly.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll give us a solid.
How are our tires?
lap
Is it
and a half.
time to push past Russ?
Tires. That is where the tires are as compared to the Strat. We're trying to make it to lap 41 to go on to the
I'd say
softs.
we're on Strat for the tires at the moment.
You're a little bit better than strategy.
Yeah, which would allow us, I think, to. Well, would we want to run it long and push it?
But also, looky here.
The farther we run, we can be more aggressive at the end.
Yes.
We pit on the same lap, if not a lap earlier than these guys. Look at their tires compared to ours from doing what we're doing right now.
No, I agree. I fully agree.
We have the same tire life right now as Russell on a harder compound tire that does not wear as much.
I say we start to push tire-wise.
Want to start?
We might as well. We're about 10 laps out from wanting to come in. I say we push.
Push the tires. At least go back to the standard on the fuel strat.
Okay,
yeah,
so
and the standard ERS.
So you guys have a lot. You guys have a 1.2 kilos extra fuel. Oh well, I guess Magnussen's just going to go for it now.
Kevin's getting a little bit cocky here. Don't be too bad.
Chat says, let's race a little harder. All right, let's race a little harder then. It's your car. Do you guys want to push too aggressive, or do you guys want to just stay on standard?
I'm fine with standard. If we get in front and start magically gaining time on Russ, like significant, I say we push that DRS.
Yeah.
Haas with an overtake.
You guys want to use some of this fuel now to try to run away from him?
Oh, Yeah, might as well use up some of the extra, push the fuel to aggressive.
DRS was huge. I mean, we've pulled out 6 seconds over Zhou, so I mean, a battle here between us and Russell is not really going to hurt us as far as losing a position from behind.
No, but if we can close in a little.
Well, not.
I mean, we're not going to catch
a
Bottas
lot.
or Hamilton.
I'm seeing you some fuel in the chat, so let's throw some of that
let's
extra.
push it a lap.
Let's throw some of that extra kilo.
But we can try to push away from Russ so that we're almost guaranteed 7th.
Yeah.
See a little extra ERS as well. You guys good with that?
Is that a new
good
race
with that.
position for Haas?
Looks like we're still charging up about as much as we can per lap.
All right, so let's go and let's use deploy for a lap. Let's
Jeez,
do.
and Russ is back.
Well, it's fine. We got the DRS, so we'll get right back by him. So we go right back by him. Let's go aggressive as well on the tires.
Yeah. We're way above strategy
Haas
there
with
on
an
tire.
overtake there.
Yep, there it is. So we can push on tires.
We can probably push the rest of the way and fine.
Yeah, we can push on tires and
attack.
still be
Go to
fine.
attack.
No, attack's gonna melt them.
Wow.
All right, we've built up that second over Russell, so he's out of our DRS range now.
We're still good on tire and fuel, so I say we just keep pushing just to keep building that gap.
Yeah. No, I agree. Keep pushing it. We ran about, what, 2 laps, and we've only dropped 0.2 kilos.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got plenty to push now. We essentially have 10 laps of hard pushing. I'd
Which
say
by then
probably.
we should be in the pit.
Oh yeah. No, I say we save some of that for the soft tire. I say we save some of that for the soft tire more than anything.
Yep, 100%. We are gaining some time on Bottas in front of us. It's just huge gap.
Yeah, and we'll depending on whatever the AI does for his strategy, we'll probably gain more on the soft as well.
My anticipation is going to be that they're going to go on mediums.
They went soft, medium, medium.
I don't know. They might
No,
go
soft, hard, medium. The leaders might go.
Oh, Bottas is on a hard. Okay.
Yeah, Bottas is on hards.
The people running Verstappen and Bottas might go to a soft just because they might try to push those hards a little longer. The mediums, I would venture to bet that they're going to either stay with another set of mediums or
Probably
not
end
be
up
able to
staying
push
on a
as
set
much on the softs.
I'd probably say they're going to go another set of mediums.
Should we push our strat back to give us more time on attack on the softs?
I think so. I'd say back off on our fuel a little bit, get that back to normal.
Yep. Got a almost 3-second lead.
Yeah, check the tire.
Back off on pace just a little bit, and
Yeah,
then we push
I'd go
our
back
pit
to
stop a
standard
couple
there.
laps back.
Yeah, I'd go to standard on that and
Okay.
back to ERS to normal.
So let's then set the strategy the way it is. Let's edit this to where maybe we come in on lap 44.
Yeah, I like 44.
So we'll push it back 3 laps. Does that sound good with you guys?
Yep.
Mhm.
Chatterino, to steal Jimmy Broadbent's phrases.
Gosh, YouTube delay.
Yep, that's the YouTube delay is fun. All right, so this line where it is, all right, so I'm seeing one like it. This line where it is isn't necessarily going to be where we're at. Maybe one less, so 43.
We can always pull them in. That is an argument
That's
too.
true. All right, so how about this? So we'll put it at lap 44, and depending upon how his tires are, we'll pull him in on 43 if we need to.
Sounds like a winning strategy.
Well, a winning strategy for what we're trying to do.
Yes.
All right.
Although Frank, you need to get Mick figured out because we promised 2 within the top 15.
There's nothing. I can get Mick. I can get Mick around the two Astons here. So let's try to do that. Unfortunately, we're still going to come up a lap short, a position short on the goal there. All right, so I'm going to move focus back to Mick now. See if I can't get Mick around these two. And then try to get him to extend and escape again and not lock up this time. And then sit on the track like a guppy doing nothing.
Yeah, he did sit a while.
Joe Guan Yu in the box. There goes Mick. Joe is on a new set of mediums, so he's doing exactly what I thought he was going to do. Seb, I guess.
Overtake.
What did Seb stop?
Frank,
Yes.
if you get around those, we're close.
All right, so
18-second gap in front of us.
Oh, we're not even close.
yeah, no, we've got. Now we're trying to run away. We're trying to get out of the DRS. Now, I'm not going to push him anymore. I'm going to run him out if I do it. Up his DRS also. Up whose DRS also. Lewis is in.
All right. Lap 41, so we're about to come to decision point for K-Mag here in a couple
all right,
laps.
So we're in the window again. This would have been the lap we were pitting on the original strategy. Now I've got Mick out ahead of the two Astons, so I'm good there now.
Tire wear at 37, am I seeing that right?
Yes.
I think we stay out and
One more. I'm
It
thinking
is.
one more.
we could definitely go 44 instead of 43.
So one more would be 44.
Yeah.
Or actually, no.
40.
43 might be the bingo number.
43 is looking like the bingo number at the moment.
All right, so we'll call
43
him
coming
in.
up. 44.
Alpine just advanced.
We'll call him in next lap. Alonso got by Mick, but I was expecting that one. Oh, that was Lewis.
Jeez.
I got so confused.
I'm
like, who the heck just passed Magnussen?
Like, how the hell did George make up 3 seconds?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up.
All right, here we go. All right, so we're coming in. with K-Mag now onto our final set of softs. Extended this 2 laps, so that worked.
I locked up.
Yep.
Mick.
Every time we try to get him out there.
And that's the lockup.
I'm about
Get him off the hard. Do you have another set of medium?
I'm about ready to.
Okay, back off.
I'm about ready to retire him because I'm getting fed up. I don't even. Mick, this was a disaster of an opening salvo for you here. Not even going to remotely lie. This was about as ugly as things could get. K-Mag in and out.
We're gonna be ahead of. Nope, just missed.
But we've got the tires. We've got the tires. And
Have
this
they
is what,
both pitted? Have they both pitted?
Yes, they have.
Okay.
So this is where our tire.
Oh, they're all on
advantage-
soft. No, we don't. We don't
Well,
have any advantage.
Look, we got a 20% life advantage. Look at that.
We have the life advantages where we have the big strat.
And we have
So
the
we can push a
compound
little
advantage.
harder.
And we have the compound advantage on Joe. So, I mean, we got to push now. If you guys want to get up and away, we got to push now.
Go. Push. Get out of there. We have
Got
the fuel.
extra
We have that. Get out.
Let's go on overtake as well. Is it too late to swap Mick for Nikita? Yes, it is. It's way too late. Mazepin will never be in one of these cars ever again. It is way too late for that. Don't you ever bring that name up again. All right,
Seeing
so
a comment to give Jimmy the ride too.
he may do better than Mick at this point.
Haas with an overtake there.
All right, if you guys will excuse me for just 1 second, I have a pit stop to, for some reason, focus on. All right, we ran K-Mag out of battery, which is fine. He's golden right now, so don't worry about it.
Keep burning that fuel, boy.
Yep, this is
We're
why
good.
that's why we save the fuel.
Haas with an overtake.
But you're starting, Chad, are we starting to see now why we sat behind Russell for all that time, saved up all that fuel, saved up all that tire? Excuse me, I got to send somebody to the garage.
Wet tires, wet tires, wet tires.
I mean, it
You
couldn't
can't do
hurt.
any worse.
It would not hurt at this point, now would it?
Okay, box now, box now.
Just,
Copy for box.
I don't even know what
We need
to
to
say.
back off.
Copy.
Let's look back at George. We're not going to run away from George like we did because we don't have the tire compound
what's
advantage.
What percentage?
Life, there's the life.
12%. Here comes a big run. He's got the run.
Okay, so here's what we can do.
Back off. And
Save now and
Save
All out
now.
war.
we've got 11 laps to go. 10 at the line. Might be worth backing off for a lap or two and then kick it.
So all right. So chat, and I'm not taking credit. Mick is my guy. I got nothing.
This has been all Dave and I up here.
points are the same.
Yeah,
Indeed they are.
I can't take credit for any of this. It's your guy that's up at the front. Am I giving you guys hints because I know Formula One? Yes, but anyway. So here's here's the option now that you guys have with Magnus in chat. Do you want to just kind of do what we did before with Russell, hang in the DRS, try to save a little bit of fuel, save a little bit of tires, build up the battery, and then go for him right at the very end when he can't get us back? Or do you want to just try to go for him now? That's your choice now, chat. Save
Build it up,
and
beat him at the end.
Yep, wait or go now. And I think this call is kind of easy because we just saw what we tried to do. We just saw what happened if we tried to go now.
I know my choice.
Lurk on the Merc.
Lurk on the Merc.
Only 10 laps, got to go for him, but that means battling with him for 10 laps at this point.
And at that point, there's no guarantee that he's able to. There's no guarantee that once we get ahead that we're going to be able to hold it. Because he will have DRS, especially on that last straight. The second to last straight, I believe, as well, is a DRS zone. So he'll have 2 chances at DRS, if not 3.
Okay, so we've come to a decision here. So it's now save. It's now save with K-Mag here.
It's a race
And
position
then
gained
fight at
for
the
Mercedes.
end. Don't you dare get caught behind him. That would have killed everything right there. We're still in DRS.
Jump back on it. We're good.
We're still in range.
Yeah, I'd say like last 2 laps last 2 to 3 is when we go.
3 laps of restraint is what they're calling for. So
yeah,
that would mean trying to fight him for 7.
Oh, for 7? No, I think that's too much. I think that's too much. We have to build. We have to build our ERS back up.
The last 5 laps, and even that's a stretch.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking like the last 3 is just have to go.
I mean, we could stay with. I mean, we're clearly showing that we can stay with him without a problem.
Yeah. No, I agree. I don't think. But we also have the DRS. We aren't using much of our ERS. I think we wait. We've got to wait longer. I know we want to go, but we already saw that once we tried that, he caught us immediately.
I say at the line with 3 to go, we give him the full send.
Yeah.
You guys arguing with us makes us want it more. There it is.
Well, you guys sitting there aren't in Discord, so you're delayed.
But they're your crew though. You're working with them.
I know they are.
Lap 54.
Lap 54.
Move.
Yep, that's what I'm calling for.
Yeah.
That seems
53. 53 coming to 54 is when you kick it. Coming out of that, right here
That's
is when
straight
we should
away.
be going.
Yep.
Or I'm sorry, not right here is when we need to start doing it right on this back straightaway here. Gain as much as we can so that way once we hit here we are.
Oh, there's a crash. There was a crash. Or a spin at least.
Someone spun out. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yellow flag.
Now look at this.
I think it's still only a sector yellow.
And there it is.
Sonoda and
That's where they spin out.
Yeah, it's a
Lando,
sector.
I think.
Yeah, it's a sector yellow.
So overtake is available if you need it.
Copy.
Alright, we still got a couple of laps to chill out here. So we're going to make the move with 3 to go. Oh, it's Sonoda and Ricciardo.
But I want him to get aggressive now, but I think we could move the ERS up to neutral at the moment. It's like we have saved plenty.
Yeah, we're full.
Uh-oh. Just ran wide. Still in DRS range, so it's
Yeah,
all
we're still
good.
there.
That was about as minor a mistake as you could make there. That was about as minor a mistake as you could have made right there.
And we're right back up on them, so yeah.
That meant nothing. Oh, we're going to pass him straight
We're
up.
going. Well, that wasn't intentional.
Did we go aggressive early?
Haas with an overtake.
All right.
Try to run.
We paused it now. All right, chat. Here we go. Do you want to play the back and forth game for a couple laps, try to save a little bit? Or you've got batteries saved up. Do you want to try to run away now and manage a gap? Those are your two options. Do we fight for a couple laps and then go, or do we try to manage a gap, build and manage a gap?
I'd open up fuel first.
I'm seeing a punch it.
I'm seeing punch it.
Punch it for a lap. Let's see what happens. If we start really pulling away after a lap like we were before,
18-second gap. Let's get Bottas.
Yeah, we could get Bottas 19 seconds in 5 laps. Let's do it. All right, so chat has spoken. We're running away. We are running away. It's going to take us a second here. Don't worry, we'll get the battery back. Don't worry about it. He had DRS there, but we've got the battery and everything else opened up.
We should still have a tire advantage. We should,
All right. Being
start
behind,
running away.
I was to say being behind there wouldn't have been a bad thing.
yeah, we would have still had DRS.
Because we would have had the DRS.
Haas with an overtake there.
I'm going to finish P18 in this race, or P16 probably, or 17 probably.
Yeah, he's going to have a huge DRS down this long front.
But he's 8 seconds back. There's not going to be a fight.
8/10, yeah.
Or 8/10, yeah, pardon me.
I wish it was 8 seconds. That'd be nice.
It would be nice.
It'd
Well,
be
that's
very
what, that's
nice.
what we got to Zhou. Half a second. And he's really going to use the battery more at the back end of this lap here, so we're going to be all right. All right, there it is. Outside of a second.
Yep, that's what we need.
So he's out of
Run.
DRS. K-Mag's running.
I mean, we've got everything we need.
Yeah,
All right,
I'd
so
say we just leave it.
start
Battery-
harvesting.
battery back to neutral. Fuel and pace, we're going to leave because we can make it the rest of the way.
Yep.
Boys, unless Magnussen does something dumb.
Don't.
Okay,
Unless Magnussen pulls a Schumacher, okay.
calm down. Calm down. All right. Speaking of Schumacher, let's see if we can get him around. I'm not losing to the Williamses.
Is it Williams this is, or William I?
There it is. No, that's Will I Am.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Get him, please. Get him. Please run away now. Please run away now. Don't embarrass me, please.
Is that a new
Well, you
race
may
position
get
for
16th
Haas?
still, depending on Sonoda's. No, it should only be like a 5
I'm seeing in the chat at 2 seconds. Let him relax. He's almost there. Do we want to do that? We'll I think for the tires. Yeah, for the tires, definitely. We're going to have to. We're going to have to do that
and
now.
fuel.
All right, so we'll let him relax now. He's at 2 seconds, so great call. Great call.
Chat, how dare you try to announce or curse us? We won't let it happen, chat. We won't let it happen.
Wasn't trying.
1-8, 1-6.
It's all right. You got 1 lap, 2 to go. 2 to go. We've got a little bit in reserve. if he gets inside of that 1 second. So,
Yep. Is this like iRacing that you have to have enough fuel across the line? And
no, you don't have to make it back.
1.5. One three.
All right, call me crazy, but I say we push now because he's catching up pretty quick.
Push. He's at 1. I mean, we should be fine, but
Push the fuel.
yeah.
Tires are going to be close to begin with. All right, final lap. Here we go.
He's coming into DRS range.
He's not there yet.
Now he is. Now he's not. Now he is.
So Carlos Sainz won. Leclerc. By the way, chatter, good work. Good work on the strategy. Ferrari could learn from us. Where is Ferrari? Oh yeah, that's right. 1-2. So
and
and
Sainz
then
crosses the line first. He's taken the win.
all right, that was it. That was the last chance, really, that Russell had to get us.
Checkered flag, checkered flag.
Nick finishes a lap down. TV cam
I'm
for
very
the
sorry about
finish.
that.
7/10. I see that wing open, man.
Yeah,
Good job, guys.
Yeah, Kevin, you did an awesome job. Mode slow.
Congratulations, guys.
Awesome job, Chad.
Nice job. Now, if we take the average of our two team finish positions,
No, we're not going
above
to do
15.
that. Hey, Mick would have been right in this battle, okay? He would have been right there. It wasn't the strategy that killed us, it was the driver. Great job, great team effort. Just a shade over 3 hours. All right.
Oh my gosh, it's after midnight. I gotta get off, boys.
Greg
We
got
were having so
Good
much
work,
fun
everybody.
doing it.
I was planning to go to
Yeah,
bed 2 hours ago.
Greg, before we started this, Greg said, I will be on for a half hour. We'll mess around. We'll do what we got to do, and then we'll go. Yeah, 2.5 hours later,
Bye,
Greg
everybody.
is still here. Good night, bud. So 6 championship points for K-Mag. We'll discuss later. Constructors Championship, we're 5th in Constructors, so that's a lot better than what Haas was able to do last season. Nothing for Mick, no upgrades there. But hey, $2.85 million in the bank after that race. That is not a bad effort at all. So, and look at, wouldn't you know?
And for that helipad, there we go.
Wouldn't you know who won the pony? Helipad is in. So is our team hub as well. So, guys, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I'm so happy that we had a lot of chat going back and forth and banter in the chat. This turned out exactly how I hoped it would. Hopefully, maybe next Thursday, possibly, same time, we'll go in, we'll do this again. A lot of this was the introductory stuff, so it's not going to take us 3 hours to get through the next race. But thank you guys so much. This was so much fun. I enjoyed it so much, even though I finished down in 17th and you guys took points. This was exactly how I wanted it to turn out. And like I said, maybe we'll make a series out of this, and hopefully so. Just next time, tell your friends that we're doing this. So until next week, congratulations, guys. We'll wait on the emails and stuff until the next time we do this. Until next time, guys, thank you very much for making this so much more fun than it already is. And we will see you next time out. Thanks, guys.